Hello there. I'm going to be doing VGC Regulation J today. 3 Pokemon battles. I don't know how well I will do, but type in a completely gibberish name, press choose name, press battle. Let's connect. Hide this to appreciate the art that is this background, and let's fight. So the opponent is, from what I can tell, using Whimsicott as a Tailwind setter with Nalakai as powerful special attackers, Incineroar for opening Parting Shot and other support with Intimidate, as well as Urshifu for hitting through Protect and coverage that way. However, I don't understand what Hisui and Zoroark is used for, so I'm going to use. So I'm going to use Ditto followed by Miraidon for the first two, and then I'm gonna have Incineroar in the back along with Kyrex. Okay, I have a Ditto and a Miraidon on the field up against a Fighting Water Urshifu and Incineroar. So Incineroar will probably use let's see here. Incineroar will probably just try and fake out Miraidon. So I'm gonna fake out into Urshifu while Miraidon clicks Dazzling Gleam. Anyway, waiting for the opponent. Ray1478 is our opponent today. I am and my fake out. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so let's now use knockoff Urshifu and then Electro Drift Urshifu. So Urshifu is now dead, as you can see here. Sorry for clicking ahead so you can see the turn. And I won the battle. Huh. Okay. Anyway, next fight of 3. Current win record 1-0. 1 win, 0 losses. Now, will I win most of the battles in this video, or will I lose? Okay, so restricted legendaries in this team are Miraidon and Koraidon with Ogerpon, Fluttermane, and Incineroar, and Whimsicott support. Whimsicott is a Tailwind setter. Ogerpon seems to be a Pokemon that'll stay on the field for a really long time. I know that's what I have my Ogerpon round for. I'm assuming that Incineroar is going to do the same job as usual, and Fluttermane I don't actually have that much experience with, because I haven't been playing this for more than a month. Anyway, same lead of Miraidon and Ditto, just this time I'm going to switch it up. I'm then going to bring over Incineroar for coverage against you, and Urshifu for coverage against you and you. Okay, so it's Koraidon, Fluttermane, Miraidon, Ditto, and now we get double. Okay, this is fun, because I have Koraidon. So you have Ghost and Fairy type, you have Fighting and Dragon. So I'm going to use Volt Switch, but who would I switch into, you might ask? Well, that's simple, Incineroar, because Incineroar would hurt your attack, because you're a physical attacker. To Fluttermane, well, you are going to use Flame Punch into Fluttermane, because we want Fluttermane to die. Anyway, Miraidon will now switch out to Incineroar, and Incineroar is dead, so now we're going to switch you out to Urshifu. Because then Urshifu is able to hit Fire Terra Koraidon for super effective damage. Oh, and Ditto is the Stellar typing, because I don't know what typing it'll transform into, and so Stellar was overall the safest bet. Anyway, we're up against Incineroar, Urshifu. Okay, so we are now going, we can either do the option of Surging Strikes, which will likely hit 3 times. No, it will hit 3 times, which is 75 damage on Koraidon. And yeah, let's do that. So Surging Strikes Koraidon. Drain Punch Koraidon. Okay, so Koraidon is down, Surging Strikes again into Koraidon. Well, you use Drain Punch into Koraidon again, because we want Koraidon off the field. Ditto is a perfectly okay loss. I put most of its points into health, because its other stats will change immediately when it gets out off the battlefield. I don't usually intend to switch Ditto out, because that can be a risk. Anyway, we lost you. But hey, their Koraidon is gone. So now we have Transformed Ditto with same attacking, defense, and all those stats, and you've switched out to Ogerpon. So since it's Ogerpon, which is Grass and Rock type, I kind of have to switch out to Miraidon. And so now I've taken out their Fluttermane and Koraidon. They're left with these two. They left behind their Miraidon, so that's good. I'm now going to... This attack is going to be the only one that I can do. So Incineroar has a choice between Parting Shot either of these guys and making it so that way I can't attack. And so I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to go with Electro Drift, which is my most powerful attack, into Incineroar. And then since you're Rock type, I can use all of these moves. So I'm going to now use Drain Punch into Ogerpon. Now Incineroar is dead, as you can see up here, fainted. And I have to Electro Drift into Ogerpon. And once again, Drain Punch into Ogerpon. But Ogerpon protected itself last time, and that's why Drain Punch didn't work. But Drain Punch would allow us to heal. Anyway, as you can see, we've won. Thanks for watching. That's game 2. So now, even if I lose this next game, I'm just going to quickly download the replay. And now, let's go on to our third battle. Connecting. This is a fun team, by the way. I just threw it together on random. I don't care about the news. I care about this adorable shaman art trying to climb a tree. It is absolutely amazing. Cool artist. And we're searching, and I'm gonna sing the searching song. We're searching, I'm gonna sing the searching song. Anyway, while it's searching, I'll just try and explain my team. So, Calyrex and Miraidon are meant to be used together, where Calyrex can get a bunch of hits. Oh, never mind, I'll explain in a different video. Anyway, opponent is using only one restricted legendary of Miraidon. However, Farigiraf can either have Roar, Trick Room, some attacking move, and it protects against priority moves, which is bad against Incineroar. Urshifu can hit for super effective against pretty much my entire team. You have 2 future Pokemon to benefit from Hadron Engine. Incineroar and Urshifu's for, I'm assuming, the same purpose that mine are. So I'm gonna bring in Calyrex Ditto, which is not the usual team that I bring. I usually bring Miraidon because I can switch out and Ditto for opening transformations, and then I'm gonna bring Incineroar Urshifu. I'm leaving behind Miraidon this game. Oh yeah, Ditto, but we got you. Anyway, so I can't use any priority moves against this team because there's a problem. So I'm just gonna click Astral Barrage. Okay, so you have all of these moves, which is good, because this means we still get our Pokemon that can switch up, but we don't want Ditto to switch out. Ditto is now instead going to use Dazzling Gleam, which normal Psychic, now is Fairy type, Immune, Critical Hit. Yay, you're dead. You're going to do Dazzling Gleam, which will harm you. And you're going to set up Trick Room, which is what I didn't really want, because now your Pokemon all move faster than mine. Now you bring out Iron Hands, which due to Quark Drive gets a boost to its stats, specifically attack. So we have one special attack. I can click Astral Barrage again, however it doesn't affect Farigiraf, and Iron Hands I don't know as much, so for you I'm going to use Draining Kiss to Farigiraf, and once again, and this time it's fighting electric. I kind of I'm gonna click Dazzling Gleam because they don't know my item, and so they could assume that it's choice specs or something like that. Or I don't know. Okay, I have to switch out to Incineroar, which doesn't help. Let's fake out Iron Hands so Ditto can get a Dazzling Gleam off. Now you switch out to Incineroar. The last time we faked out, meaning that we could get that. Anyway, let's now close combat into Iron Hands Dazzling Gleam, which still does damage to you because you're dark, and it's pretty effective against the opposing team's Iron Hands. Use Fake Out, doesn't really do much. Drain Punch, yada yada blah blah. Core Drive. Now close combat, 10% of your damage. And now do you attack? No, you don't. You flinched. Okay, so now we're gonna do Fake Out again into Iron Hands. Wait, no. We're gonna do Fake Out into Incineroar. We're now going to do another Dazzling Gleam. And we lost both their Pokemon. I now have to switch into Kyrex Urshifu. I'm probably gonna lose this. But anyway, let's click Astral Barrage because Frigoraph is not here, and so we can click that without any fear. And now, Aura Sphere into Iron Hands. Because Aura Sphere will deal super effective damage due to the electric, and neutral due to the fighting type, and so still do a sizable chunk of damage, which will hopefully force out Frigoraph, but I don't know what their fourth Pokemon is. Anyway, we got Frigoraph out anyway, and you are now dying. So now you're dead. You're probably going to want to set up Trick Room next turn, which is what I'm assuming they're going to do. Anyway, we have Iron Hands and you dead, and you turned the last two Pokemon. Okay, so 44%, 70% Incineroar, 100% Urshifu, and Kyrex with 80.6%. I can't really click Astral Barrage because it only does good damage against you, so I'm going to use Draining Kiss into Frigoraph, and then Surging Strikes into Incineroar. So Incineroar is dead, Trick Room is up. I know it's just fainted, but it's funner to say did. So now you're going to Terrasilize into Psychic, press Expanding Force into Frigoraph, and then you are going to use Surging Strikes into Frigoraph, because that's the only thing I can do. Anyway, that's it. 3 out of 3 games won. Yay! Thanks for watching.